Hello everyone, welcome back to our subject Computer Organization and Architecture. Today we are going to discuss about multiplication of positive numbers, how multiplication is carried out by the processor. Okay, so before that let's have a quick recap on previous topic about addition. So in addition we have seen full adder is used. Okay, so full adder will take always 3 input and it will produce 2 output. So please keep that in mind. So 3 input is nothing but 2 input and 1 carry in, and the output will be the sum of sum and carry out. Okay, and in that we have seen some of the disadvantages of 4-bit triple carry adder. Then to overcome the disadvantages, we have moved for designing the full adders which performs calculation at quick time. Okay, so that's the design of fast adders. So in the previous topic we have seen about how to improve the performance of full adder. Okay, so today we are going to see the multiplication, how multiplication is carried out by the processor. Okay. Okay, for that let's take an example of two binary numbers. Okay, so 1101, so that's nothing but in decimal representation 13 and 11, so its binary representation is 1011. Okay, so here the first number 13 we are saying as a multiplicand, and the second one is a multiplier. And one more thing, please keep that in mind, we are going to discuss the topic of multiplication of positive numbers. Okay, so positive numbers alone we are considering it. So in the previous topic I have said for signed numbers, signed means both positive and negative. So for under signed numbers, MSB will decide, most significant bit will decide whether that given number is positive or negative. If MSB is of 1, then that is the negative number. If MSB is the MSB bit, if the MSB is of 0, then that given number is a positive number. But here we are going to consider only the positive number, so we don't want to bother about the MSB. So here we are going to consider all the 4 bits for multiplication. So this MSB doesn't indicate anything about the sign. Okay, since we are doing multiplication for positive numbers alone in this topic, and later on we will be going to see how multiplication is carried out for signed numbers also. Okay, there is an algorithm to carry out multiplication of signed numbers, but today we are concentrating on multiplication of positive numbers. So for that, so this is the normal multiplication we usually do it. So I will have a quick recap on this binary numbers for 13 and 11. Okay, so the 11 is the multiplier. So what we usually do, so take the multiplier bit and multiply the multiplicand, and we will be normally shifting towards left side 1 bit, is it not? So here it is 1, so we will be multiplying this 1 with the multiplier 1101. So that's what at the first stage we received 1101, and next we need to consider the second bit, is it not? So second bit is also 1, then we will be shifting one position left and repeating the process. And here at the third stage the multiplier bit is 0. So here what we are doing, we won't multiply, so 0 multiplied by anything is 0, so just we shift and the result will be 0. And at the final stage multiplier is 1, multiply this 1 with the multiplicand by shifting one position to the one position towards left and doing the operation, and finally we will be adding the result. So 1, so 0 plus 1 is 1 in binary representation, 1 plus 0 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 1 plus 1 is nothing but 3 in decimal. So in binary it is 11, so 1 1. Okay, so 1 1 is nothing but decimal number 3. Okay, so here sum is 1 and carry is 1, so 1 plus 1 is 1 0, so 0 is the sum, carry 1, 1 plus 0 plus 1 is 1 0, so 0 is the sum, carry is 1, 1 plus 1 is 1 0, so we are writing 1 0 here. So this is the final output. So this is what we usually do the multiplication. So how to implement that in an circuit. So that's the topic we are going to see it. So before that we need to consider few points. So here we are taking the multiplicand and multiplier is a 4-bit number. Is it not? So this is 4-bit and this is also 4-bit. And see the result. So result we receive 8-bit number. So generally, so product of two n-bit numbers will have 2 n digits as the result. Okay. Unsigned multiplication can be viewed as addition of shifted versions of the multiplicand. So here unsigned in the sense positive number. So positive number is nothing but positive multiplication of positive number is nothing but repeated addition by shift versions. We usually do it. So this one we are going to implement it via circuit. So that one we are going to see in today's topic. Okay. So before implementing, so let's have a look on the rules for implementing the multiplication of positive numbers. Okay. So if the ith bit of the multiplier is 1, okay, so ith bit in this sense at the bit stage I, okay, at any bit I, okay. If the multiplier is 1, what's the logic behind? Shift the multiplicand and add the shifted multiplicand to the current value of the partial product. So here it's nothing but partial product is nothing but this is the partial product. And so what that first rule says, if the ith bit of the multiplier is 1, shift the multiplicand and add the shifted multiplicand to the current value of the partial product. So this is the partial product and now we are getting the multiplier value as 1. So what we are doing, we are shifting the multiplicand. So this is the multiplicand, 1101 is the multiplicand, we are shifting it and we are adding it. So we could so in this normal multiplication we are adding at the end. So when we implement in circuit, so we will be adding the partial product with the current value and that will serve as the partial product for the next stage. Okay. So while implementing this concept, what we will be doing, we will be adding these two stages. 1, 0 plus 1, 1, 1 plus 0 is 1, 1 plus 0 is sum 0, carry 1, 1 plus 1 is 1, 0. So that is the partial product for the next stage. Okay. So this way also we could do it, or normally manually we will do the addition at the last stage, is it not? So while implementing via circuit, so we will be adding the shifted multiplicand to the current partial product. Okay. So hand over the partial product to the next stage for multiplier. Okay. So if the multiplier is of 0 means we won't shift the multiplicand. Instead we will be shifting 1 bit position towards left. That's it. Then the value of the partial product at the first stage, starting stage is 0. Okay. Initially we have to design a circuit so that the initial value of the partial product is 0. Okay. So 3 points we need to consider it for going for multiplication of positive numbers circuitry design. Okay. Okay. So we are going to see a single how the multiplication is carried out in a single stage. Okay, in a single cell. Then we will be moving to the entire multiplication. Okay. So here take a look on the full adder. Okay, full adder you will be knowing it. It takes 3 input and produce 2 output. Is it not? So apart from this, for this multiplication, so this is the single full adder cell. Okay, multiplication cell. So what's happening here? So here carry in, as you all know, a full adder will take carry in, and this AND gate is implemented. So the AND gate has 2 input. One is the multiplier bit, the other is the multiplicand bit. So if both multiplier and multiplicand is 1, then only the result AND gate will produce 1, is it not? So 1 into 1 is 1. So 1 into 0 or 0 into 1 will result as 0, is it not? So that's what we are using the AND gate here. Okay. I hope you understand why we are using the AND gate. So just go back and see here. So multiplier is 1 and multiplicand is 1. So if we multiply, if both the values are 1, then only we will be getting the value here as 1. Okay, 1 into 0 is 0, or 0 into 1 also 0, is it not? So that's what in this full adder AND gate is used. Okay, so AND gate takes two input, one is the multiplier bit and other is the multiplicand bit. Okay, so that is one input for this full adder apart from carry in. And see here, there is one more input to the full adder. So what's that? So bits of incoming partial product, since we are doing the multiplication operation, not the addition. So in addition only we have seen full adder takes three input, two input and one carry in, is it not? So here in full adder implementation for multiplication, it takes how many input? 1, 2, 3, of course 3, but the 3 is nothing but one is the carry, the other is the multiplier and multiplicand and logic implementation, and the other input is the partial product, so that needs to be added, is it not? And the full adder will produce the uh, product, okay, and the carry out. Okay, and of course from this full adder, apart from this carry out and the bit of outgoing partial product, still it takes the next full adder, the next stage of full adder will take the multiplier bit and also the multiplicand. Okay, so this multiplicand is given as an input to the other stage of full adder. Okay, this is all about the single multiplication cell. Okay, for doing positive numbers. Okay, for performing multiplication of positive numbers. Okay, so let's have a look on the full implementation of the multiplication. So this is the full implementation that uses the combinational circuit. So there is in the circuit design there is two categories like combinational logic circuit design and sequential logic circuit. Okay, so combinational logic means, please keep it in mind. So it's quite interesting and important concept. Combinational logic is nothing but the circuit will depend on the current input only, so it won't depend on the previous input. So that's the combinational circuit design. Whereas sequential means it not only depends on the current input but also it will depend on the previous input. Okay, so previous stage input also it will depend, so that is sequential. So here this is a combinational two-dimensional logical array for multiplication of 4-bit numbers. Okay, so let's have a close look on this array implementation, combinational two-dimensional array implementation. So this is nothing but what we have seen in this calculation. Okay, so this calculation takes 16 full adders. Okay, 16 bits are there. So to implement this we have 16 full adders. Okay, 16 full adders. So here initially 0 indicates the carry, Q0 indicates the multipliers. Okay, so each and every stage we are shifting the full adder and passing the next bit of multiplier. So at the first bit, so Q0 multiplier, Q0 bit we are passing it, followed by Q1, Q2, Q3. So Q is nothing but the multiplier. Okay, so this is Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, and this is multiplicand M0, M1, M2, M3. So which we are passing it as an input to the first stage of full adder. Apart from these zeros, we have 4 zeros now. These are nothing but the initial partial product value. Okay, initially the partial product is 0. Okay, and look at here. So initially carry is 0, Q0 is 1 and M0 is 1, is it not? And partial product is 0. So when we pass 1 and 1 to the AND gate, what's happened? The output of the AND will be 1. Okay, then the full adder, what it will do, it will take that output of AND gate 1 and it will add it to 0 and will produce the output as let me change my control to pencil. It will produce the output as 1. Okay, and carry as 0 for the next stage, is it not? Then what's happening? So 1. Okay, Q0 is 1, so 1 in 1 0. So here, So m1, so m1 is passed here, it is 0. 0 into 1, the output is 0 here. Okay, carry is also 0. Likewise it goes on, and the next stage is 1 into 1. Okay, so it will produce the partial output as 1, and the carry will be 0. And next is 1 into 1. So 1 into 1, again it will produce 1. Is it not? Then these are nothing but m3 value, which we are getting it for the next stage. Okay. Then next stage we are shifting the adders towards the left and repeating the operations. While repeating, these are the inputs will be given to the next stage of full adder. Okay. So now Q1 will be changed to this one, and initial carry is 0. Then 1 into 1. So this is multiplicand, is it not? So how to get that multiplicand value? So from here we will get it. Okay, this is m0, and this is m1, multiplicand bit m1, multiplicand bit m2, multiplicand bit m3. Likewise it passes through all these stages by varying the q1, q2, q3 values on each and every stage, and also shifting one bit position towards left. Okay, so finally we will get the result in these bits. Okay, here the output is nothing but P7, P6, P5, P4, P3, P2, P1 and P0 is the final output of this multiplication. Okay, so this is the simple logic circuit implemented for carrying out multiplication of positive numbers. Okay, so multiplicand is shifted by displacing it through an array of orders. So it means each and every stage the multiplicand is shifted. Okay, shifted towards the left. Okay, so I hope you are all following with me. It's quite simple and it's easier also. This combinational circuit is quite what we do normally in the paper pencil logic. Okay, the same paper pencil logic is implemented in the circuitry form, and we will see what's the drawback in that. Okay. The drawback of this combinational two-dimensional logic array is extremely inefficient. Inefficient in the sense it takes n number of gates, is it not? So look at here, for 16 for 4-bit multiplication itself, it took 16 full adders. Okay, so the number of gates in each and every full adder has an AND gate also, is it not? So the number of gates are increased if our input is increased to, instead of 4-bit to 8-bit or 16 or 32-bit or 64-bit, means think of it. So 64 into 64 full adders. It's quite difficult to implement, to perform only of multiplication of unsigned numbers, is it not? So this way of implementing the multiplication logic is quite inefficient by the computer system. Okay, so to improve its efficiency, we need to think of it the other way. The other way is we should not depend on combinational logic design alone. Okay, instead of it, we have to depend. We have to take the mixture of both combinational and sequential logic technique to implement the multiplication of positive numbers. Okay, so that sequential technique we are going to see it. So how to reduce the number of gates. Okay, so sequential multiplication. So here, so the same logic is applied. So if the ith bit of the multiplier is 1, add the appropriate shifted multiplicand to the current partial product. Here one thing is the multiplicand has been shifted left when added to the partial product. So far we have seen the multiplicand is shifted towards left or right? Yeah, you are right, towards left. Okay, so here in sequential implementation we will be shifting the multiplicand towards the left. Okay, so I will take you to the hardware circuit implementation and also with one example that will make you clear the logic behind shifting a multiplicand towards the left. Okay, so it will produce the same result. Okay, why we are moving for sequential multiplication? rather than the previous one we have discussed about combinational logic implementation. Yeah, so in combinational the drawback is it requires the number of gates are increased if we increase the input size as 32-bit or 64-bit. So to overcome that inefficiency, we are going to implement the other way of multiplication of positive numbers using sequential logic design along with combinational mixture. Okay. So in this example I'll clearly explain you the logic behind uh, this sequential multiplication and its circuit design in the next slide. Okay. So see here how the logic behind the implementation of sequential multiplication taking place. Okay. So here the initial configuration is m. So m is nothing but the multiplicand. Here 1 1 0 1, that is nothing but 13, and we have three registers. Okay, A register is a 4-bit and Q register is a 4-bit. So in Q register we will be storing the multiplier. So our multiplier in this example is 11. It's the multiplier 11's binary representation is 1011, and here the A is it's a register. Okay, 4-bit register that stores the partial product. Initially the partial product is 0. Okay, and to hold the carry of the carry out, so we are having one flip flop. Okay, flip flop will store 1 bit of information. Initially that is also clear to 0. Okay, so now let's see what's happening. The logic behind the sequential multiplication is it is based on the multiplier. If the multiplier is LSB, this is LSB, this is MSB. If the multiplier is LSB bit is 1, means what we will do is we will add the partial product and the multiplicand. Okay, then we will be shifting the entire result towards the left or right. Yeah, this is right side. We will be shifting towards the right. Okay, so here at the very first this logic runs for how many cycles? Yes, only for 4 cycles, because multiplier is a 4-bit number, so it will run only 4 stages. Okay, so I'll take you clearly the each and every stage. Okay, so each and every cycle what's happening. So at the very first stage, this is the initial configuration, and at the very first stage the multiplier bit is 1. So what's happening, what's the logic? If the multiplier bit is 1, add the multiplicand to the partial product and shift towards right. Okay, so here initial partial product is 0, and if we add the multiplicand value alone we will be getting it, and the carry, there is no carry remains here. This is the partial product at the very first stage, and this is the multiplier. Okay, multiplier in Q register. And next is after multiplying it we need to shift towards right. Okay, shifting will happen like this, starting from C flip flop. Okay, so initially the C has 0. Yeah, when we shift, so we will be taking this 0 to the next stage of the MSB of A register. Okay, and we will be replacing the C value to be 0 itself. Okay, and this 1 bit is shifted to here, and this is shifted here. Let me convert it to pencil. Okay, this is shifted here, this one is shifted here, 0 is shifted, and this one is shifted here, and the multiplier it is shifted here, this 0 is shifted, and this one, and this is removed. Okay, it is wiped off from this register. Okay, and that's it. Okay, next what we are doing, so this is the current stage of the registers. Okay, so 1101 in Q register, 0110 in A register, and 0 in C flip flop. So next, so we need to look at this LSB of multiplier. Okay, the second stage. Okay, so it is 1. So 1 means what's the logic? So add the multiplicand to this partial product. This is the partial product right now. We need to add multiplicand along with this partial product, and we have to shift right. Okay, so multiplicand is nothing but 1101. So 1 0 we are adding it, getting the result as 1. Then multiplicand 0, 1 is 1, 1 is 1 0. So here 0, carry 1, 1 plus 1 plus 0. So here sum is 0, and carry is 1. Okay, next what we are doing, we need to shift it after doing addition of partial product and the multiplicand. Okay, so we are replacing the carry to be 0 after shifting it. Okay, this one is shifted here and 0 is shifted here. Likewise the shifting happens here. This bit is shifted here and this bit is shifted here, and this one is removed off from the register. Okay, now currently the Q register has 1110. Okay, so now 0 is the multiplier bit. So if 0 is the multiplier bit means there is no addition operation, is it not? So when 0 is multiplied by the multiplicand, the result is 0. So simply we will be shifting it. Okay, no addition, just shifting it. So here the same number we are repeating here, the same information is here. So we didn't add the partial product with the multiplicand, just we are shifting it. Okay, so if it is 0 means no addition, just shifting it. Okay, so this is shifted here and this one is removed off from the Q register. Okay, and the final stage we reached. Okay, so because why final stage? Because multiplier is a 4th bit and we are doing the 4th bit of multiplication. Okay, so here the final multiplier bit is 1. So 1 means what? We need to add the partial product. This is the partial product right now currently in the A register, that needs to be added with the multiplicand. Okay, so multiplicand is what? 1. So 1 0 1, then 0 plus 0 0. This is multiplicand 0 plus 1, sorry, this is 1. 1 plus 1 is 1 0. So here result is 0, carry 1. So 1 plus 1 plus 0 is 1 0 0 1. Okay, hope you are all following with me. It's quite easy. Then we did the addition of multiplicand with the partial product and there needs a shifting. Okay, so here the C flip flop we are making it as 0, then shifting happens. Okay, so this shifting happens, this one is here and this one will be removed. Okay, so and this is the final product. Okay, so 1 0 0 0 then 4 1. So this is the final product at the last stage. When we reach the 4th cycle, we will get the final product in the combination of A and Q register. A and Q register will hold the final product. So this is the logic behind sequential sequential circuit implementation for multiplication of positive numbers. Okay, and here comes the logic behind that. So these are, this is the flip flop C to hold the carry bit, and this is the temporary this is the register A register to hold the partial product, and this is the multiplier, and here is the control sequence here. Based on this Q0 value, whether it is 1 or 0, based on that the control signal is passed here to the multiplier. So 0 means there is no addition taking place in this 4-bit n bit adder, so just shifting alone. Okay, this is the multiplicand value, we are passing it. So if the Q0 value is of 1 means we need to perform addition of this multiplicand with the partial product. So partial product we are getting it from the A register. So that is given as both the multiplicand and partial product is given as an input to the n bit adder. So the main thing we need to concentrate here is we are using only single n bit adder. Okay, so in the previous topic we are combinational logic circuit design, we have seen about 2n adders we need, is it not? If we are doing multiplication of 2 n bit n bit numbers means we need 2n adders. So here we are using only one single n bit adder to carry out all the operations. Okay, so this is a quite interesting topic. And here when we see the difficulties in sequential implementation of multiplication of positive number means here the multiply instruction takes more time to execute. Since it is sequential, the things are carried out in one by one manner, so it will take more time. But the advantage is it takes only few I mean few adders. Okay, it means only single n bit adder. Okay, so there are several ways to improve the there are several techniques are implemented to improve the disadvantages of this sequential hardware implementation. Okay, so and also so far we have seen about for multiplication of positive numbers. Okay, so in the forthcoming classes we are going to see how to improve the how to speed up the multiplication process. Okay, and also some algorithm for dealing with signed numbers. Signed numbers means both positive and negative numbers. Okay, so that's it about today's topic, and we'll have a quick summary of this. Okay, so today we have seen about multiplication of positive numbers. Okay, so we have seen for positive numbers alone. Okay, so for that we have seen hardware implementation in two different ways: combinational circuit design and sequential circuit design. So in combinational circuit design we have seen how to implement the normal paper pencil multiplication manner, is it not? So there we have faced some difficulty, like it's quite inefficient since it is taking more number of gates to implement 4-bit multiplier and multiplicand itself. Okay, so for 4-bit multiplier and multiplicand we need 16 full adders. Okay, so to overcome that inefficiency we are moving for sequential implementation of multiplication of positive numbers. So there we need only single n bit adder, and in that also we have seen it's quite a time consuming, because only single n bit adder is applied to carry out all the operations. But the advantage is it reduces the number of circuit design involved. Okay, it drastically reduces the number of gates involved in carrying out the operations. Okay, so in the next forthcoming classes we will be going to see about how to speed up the multiplication process, and several techniques are there, only few we are going to see it. And apart from that, how to carry out the multiplication of signed numbers also. Okay, so that's it about today's topic. I'll meet you in the next class. Till then, thank you all.